Hello. Short one this week, just to check in. I am not making any progress on the sloper because I am trying to get the apartment in a better state. I showed some footage last week of how messy it was, and I tidied it after that, but it got messy again because it's still a little disorganized. Back there, stuff in the closet, that should all have been moved to the bookcase. It has not. Oh, related to the closet though, see that track up there? That was there when I got here. It is a curtain track, and I couldn't figure out what it was. I have since figured it out. It is a discontinued IKEA product. So, now that I know what it's called, I can either find the little rings that run along it, or I found another place that had a blog post saying, hey, these rings we sell work on this discontinued IKEA thing. There's not, this end has a little cap. The free end does not. So unless I figure that out, any curtains I put on when I try to open them are just going to go flying off into space. So I have to figure that out. I also have to figure out how badly I want these curtains because I'll have to buy rings and I'll have to buy fabric and I'll have to buy that little end cap. And I'll have to find someone taller than me to help me put it up because even on my stepladder I can't reach it. Same with the curtains on my windows. One of my friends did offer, my friend Lisa, did offer to help me with that, but that was a weekend that some other crazy stuff happened and distracted from getting curtains up. So I need to either see if I can lure people over to help me one of these weekends when it's not too hot out, or if I can put together enough stuff to justify hiring a TaskRabbit type person for an hour, I might do that. We'll see. Right now, not having curtains is not that big of a deal, but this is kind of where I sit for work stuff, and that's not a nice background. Curtains would be a nicer background. Or I could move this table, such as moving it so that I have the bookcase behind me, which is a very nice background. Which would work if I switched up the power outlet situation, which would be much easier to fix because I just need to get some of those outlet splitters and maybe some extension cords, and I can manage that with a short walk to Target and back. So that's probably better use of my time. So maybe I'll do that. But yeah, so right now, this stuff needs to be in the bookcase, and all my fabric should be in there, and I want to sort it and discard some of it. I've got some fabric that, well, I've got some that's like quilting fabric, which I don't quilt, and it's not great for clothes. Although it did occur to me that I could take some of the quilt type scraps and make like an apron, which would be fun for cooking and stuff because I tend to spill food on myself and then I ruin things. I've got a shirt that I like that I wear to work, and it's got stains on it, and it's sitting in there with soap and peroxide and trying to get stains out. And it's very wasteful to just have some clothes and let them get ruined. So some kind of apron would be nice, and that would be a good use of all that quilt fabric that I don't really like, including a lot that I bought in colors I don't wear. I was going to make masks for other people who wear colors that I don't wear, and I'm going to edit this because that's not a thing I talk about on these videos. I kind of leave that part out. Who knows what will stay. Yeah, I thought making like a cooking apron would be a fun use of some quilt fabric because it doesn't have to look elegant. It can look very silly, and it would be good practice. And it would be less wasteful, and I kind of need one because things get spilled. So yeah, so that's the thing I might do. I might make some little pouches for storing some of this fabric in ways that I'll be able to find it again. And I also would like to make some hanging pockets because the bathroom has no counter space and no places to put anything except under the cabinet, which works, but it's not a great way to find things when you need them. So hanging pockets from the towel rack would be very helpful. I might re-record this whole thing because I am getting a reflection in my glasses because of not having curtains. Let's pretend that we're going to record this again. Hello. Short video this week, just checking in. No progress on the sloper from last week. No new glasses from last week, still the old ones. Although they did call. I need to go pick them up this week, which I need to make an appointment to do. Note to self. I showed last week that my apartment was kind of a mess. It's still a mess. I cleaned it up, but it became a mess again because I didn't really fundamentally cleaned it. I just tidied it up. So I'm just going to focus on that today. I'm going to focus on trying to get the apartment in a state where it will stay clean and be more useful. Part of that is going through all my fabric stuff, so that's sewing related, kind of. I have a lot of little bits and scraps and stuff that's never going to be made into clothes, so I need to figure out, do I make it into something else? Do I throw it out? Do I try to find it a home? Donate it? Something? Yeah, so that's part of it. What I do keep needs to be stored neatly. I'd like to get the fabric and sewing stuff up there, and then what's there, books in the bookcase. I found what this curtain rail is, so I might have a plan to actually put a curtain up there. There's some steps. Yeah, got to figure that out. It's not simple, so it can get done, but there's probably some easier wins that I can do in the meantime. Speaking of curtains, the curtains that are in front of me, the windows that are in front of me don't have curtains. I have all the hardware, I have the curtains, I have everything except the ability to put them up, because even on my stepladder I'm too short. So that is something that I either need to hire like a TaskRabbit type person, or see if I can persuade someone to help me, maybe next weekend if it's not too hot, because it gets a little warm in here. I don't want to ask people to come over if it's 90 degrees in the place. But yeah, it's fine. There's blinds, but I noticed for trying to film that it's a little reflective. So yeah, that could be nice. Curtains there, it would look very nice. But it's not super important and it's not super easy, so there's better things I can do, such as tidying up and organizing and clearing off some spaces. I feel like every time I need to put anything down, there's something there and then I have to move. It's like a 15 tile puzzle. I was about to say Tetris. It's not Tetris, it's not a jigsaw puzzle. It's one of those 15 tile puzzles where you have to get the numbers in order. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing today. I actually also was going to try to make a hat. Is camera focusing on that? Yeah. I found a pattern online and mentally traced it onto this. I gridded it on the computer and then redrew it onto the scrap because I kept forgetting to print it out at work. And I just felt like tracing it last night, so I did. If all gets done tidying, I might try to cut that out onto waste fabric and just make sure the size is right. One of the reasons I kind of want to make my own hat instead of just buying one, A, because I'll make one I like better, B, I can use fabric I have instead of spending money, but C, when I wear a hat, it always feels like there's too much hat in the back, and I move my head and it like falls off. So if I could make the back brim a little narrower, then I'd be able to move my head without it falling off. But yeah, I went for a walk yesterday, and even though I had sunglasses, it's still very sunny out, and a hat brim would be nice. It would help matters. Yeah, but we'll see. If that gets done, I'll film it, and you'll see it next week. If not, maybe I'll do it next weekend. We'll see. It's all good. But yeah, I want to be consistent, so I wanted to put out a video this week, even though I didn't do any sewing. I did stuff. I did a lot of work stuff. I did life stuff. Yeah. Things are good. And I will see you all next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.